Hello everybody, it is I, Magnificent Entertainer, Bulbagarden's Multimedia Executive. Welcome back to another exciting episode of my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. In the last episode, I challenged Maylene, the gym leader of Veilstone City, and made a bunch of funny voices while voicing the karate quads. I also ended the episode somewhere in the middle of Route 214, and yet here I am by the Veilstone Game Corner. There are a couple of things that I would like to do and show off to you guys before we start this episode. The first of which is my berry collection. Specifically, this guy right here, the citrus berry. The berry master was kind enough to give me a citrus berry, and boy did I grow a lot of those. The citrus berry, for higher level Pokemon, is superior to the Oranberry. The Oranberry always heals 10 HP. The Citrus Berry, starting in this generation, heals off a quarter of your HP. But that's not all. If we keep scrolling down a bit, you'll see we got all these nice berries that I got, but then you've got these two berries over here at the end, 61 and 62. Those are berries you won't actually find in most games these days. In fact, there are 12 berries in total that you can no longer find in any game these days. The method for obtaining them was either through an event legendary or some other mechanism no longer available. So how is it that I came across these berries? Well, I happen to have about 5 copies of this game, but I didn't really want to erase any of them before I started this Let's Play, so I picked up a used copy of Pokemon Platinum from GameStop, and it turns out the previous owner happened to have quite a few of these berries, so I transferred them over to my main Platinum save file, and when I was trading to get my Porygon 2 over here, I traded over a couple of those berries, well, one of each of those berries, into this game. Where are all the others, you might ask? Well, I'm currently growing them all over the place. But that's not all I wanted to show off to you guys before we start today's adventure. We come back here into the game corner. You'll see that I have once again broken the record. I now have 14 straight bonus rounds in a row. Like I said, that does not get you an extra Explosion TM. Talking to this lady over here will only let you buy coins. But, given the fact that it's been about 2 weeks since the last time I recorded anything, I happen to have quite a few coins and I would like to spend some of those. So if we come in here, I'd like to correct myself from a couple of episodes ago. I got the zoom lens and the wide lens mixed up. Both of them are accuracy increasing items, but the wide lens will increase your accuracy no matter what. The zoom lens increases your accuracy by a slightly higher percentage, only if you move after the opposing Pokemon. I'm actually going to pick up a wide lens, but that's not what you all came here to see me buy. You came here to see me buy the good stuff, so I'm going to pick up a TM24 Thunderbolt, a TM13 Ice Beam, and another TM13 Ice Beam. Now, I know I've still got 11,000 coins, but I'll figure out what to do with those at a later point. I do know I could buy myself a Psychic TM, but I don't really feel like doing that. But you can see here, both Porygon 2 and Penguin can learn Ice Beam. So, let's take care of that. We'll get rid of Magnet Rise for it. Magnet Rise is a move that allows you to levitate for a few turns. It's temporary, and it makes you immune to ground-type moves. Porygon 2 isn't weak to ground-type moves, so I'm not particularly worried about that. And as for Penguin over here, I had mentioned in a previous episode that as soon as anything better came along, we'd get rid of Pound. Well, Ice Beam is vastly superior to Pound, so we'll do that. And Porygon 2 can also learn Thunderbolt. So, we'll do that. and we'll get rid of agility for that. I do kind of like boosting moves sometimes, but in this case I think the raw power is going to be more helpful to me, and that combination of Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, it's very good. It gives a lot of extra type coverage to Porygon 2, and in fact, with those new TMs, we're actually going to put Porygon 2 out in the front. And with that, let's actually go on our bike and finish off on Route 214. Now, I did make a slight boo-boo. In a previous exploration of this route, I accidentally saw these berries, and as you will recall from when I did the same thing on Route 207, the berries will disappear if you see them and don't pick them in a certain amount of time, so I picked the berries. There was a cherry berry, a chesto berry, and a pomeg berry, and there was also the first time you can find a citrus berry growing in the wild here. As you can see over here, these berries over here are none of the above. They are those strange berries I was talking about earlier. But, again, that's not why we're here. We are here to finally battle the trainers on Route 214, starting with this guy. When I toss this coin, you call it. Heads, we battle. Tails, we battle. Now, how will this play out, my friend? Well, you really don't give us much of a choice here. Technically, there's 50-50 odds of heads and 50-50 odds of tails. So unless this is that one episode of Batman the Animated Series where the coin lands it perfectly on its side and confuses Two-Face, we're gonna battle. And, of course, this is P.I. Carlos. I actually really like the P.I. sprite in this game, but like I've said, I'm a sucker for trench coats, so that's probably the reason for it. And you trace that Swift Swim, Porygon 2. And we'll give it a Thunderbolt. But yeah, you see, Porygon 2 now has quite good type coverage, instead of just having that one Psychic type move and ending up getting walled by a Dark type. Now we have options, and we defeated P.I. Carlos. The coin came up tails, and like it, my Pokemon is face down. Correct. They actually give out a decent amount of money. If you wanted to, you could have a Pokemon with the amulet coin and get some good bucks for that. Now this guy over here, I like this guy. What's that? You say you have a Pokedex? An authentic one? Yes, I do. Now this guy's actually got some really good Pokemon. This is Collector Brady. He starts out with a Skorupi. Now, I actually quite like Skorupi and its evolution Drapion, and I would have considered them for my team. The same actually goes for a couple of the other Pokemon that this guy has. We'll give it a Psybeam because it's weak to that. Except for one minor thing. All of the Pokemon that he has over here, well, I think except for one, but most of the Pokemon that he has here are only found in the Safari, not the Safari Zone, in the Great Marsh, which is this generation's Safari Zone. And with that, Porygon 2 grows to level 29. Very nice. It wants to learn Signal Beam, which is a special bug-type move. It's got some decent power, but I don't need it. I've got Thunderbolt, I've got Ice Beam. I'm good. And yeah, Yanma and its evolution Yanmega were also potential options, and oh, it used Detect. And it's probably got Speed Boost too. Yep. Yeah. Speed Boost. This thing is a very powerful Pokemon. If it gets a couple of Speed Boosts up, you can see one Speed Boost was enough for it to outspeed my Porygon 2, and it was going slower than it earlier. But alas, wasn't enough. And now he's going to send out Tropius. That'll be taken care of real quick by an Ice Beam. Quad Weak. But yeah, so we will actually be exploring the Great Marsh in this series, but I don't exactly know. You know, it's always a pain to catch Pokemon in the Safari Zone or in the Great Marsh. So I wasn't going to count on finding any of these Pokemon, especially since they kind of rotate every day, and, you know, just little things like that. So there was no guarantee that I'd be able to catch one, or that they'd be around when I need them to be. And yeah, you can see with these two new moves, Porygon 2 is just taking out everything. It's got super effective moves on everything on this guy's team, which is just absolutely great, and it's one-shotting them too, despite that 0 special attack IV. Like, I was very surprised by that. And his last Pokemon is a Krogunk. So yeah, this guy, he's a really good way to fill up your Pokedex without needing to go to the Great Marsh. Of course, Krogunk you can see from all them Team Galactic grunts, but still, a good way to fill up some Pokedex pages. Your Pokedex fills me with such envy, envy, envy. Well, too bad, it's mine. And yeah, Porygon 2 grew 2 whole levels from that, which was pretty cool. And we're going to come up here next. Oh, a little kid like you is going to teach me about Pokemon? Yes, I am. As we've previously established in another episode, age has nothing to do with skill at Pokemon. This is Beauty Devin, who has all 3 forms of Wormadam. So, remember back in episode 2 when I made a mistake about Burmy? This is where that actually comes into play. So, Burmy, depending on which cloak it holds, or female Burmy, I should say, depending on which cloak it's holding, will evolve into one of 3 forms of Wormadam. If it is holding the grassy cloak, it will evolve into a bug grass type, like the one we just defeated. If it is holding the sandy cloak, like this one right here, which kind of looks like a piece of pizza now that I think about it, but if it is holding the sandy cloak, it will evolve into a bug ground type, and of course it used Protect. That's just wonderful. So yeah, and then if it hangs out too much with Oscar the Grouch and is holding the trashy cloak, I don't actually remember, but if it's got that, then it evolves into a Bug Steel type. Now this is obviously the best typing of the 3. It's got the same typing as such legendary bug types, well, literally legendary bug type as Genesect, or other notable bug types such as Scizor, and of course you had Protect work 2 turns in a row. That's just lovely. Give it another Thunderbolt and just be done with it already. But Wormadam is no Scizor, Wormadam is certainly no Genesect, and hey, critical hit. And with that, Porygon 2 grows to level 31, making it equal level to the rest of my team. And we defeated Beauty Devin. Wow, is that right? Yes, yes it is. Porygon 2 grew that level right in front of you. Now, up here, there is a hidden item. Should be, yes, right there. It is a big mushroom. Just as a reminder, we did get some of these items in previous episodes. I think with that, yeah, Penguin is our lowest level team member, which is also funny because Penguin is the only team member, as I mentioned in the last episode. Penguin is the only team member that I have who evolves based on level, so it's kind of funny that it's the lowest level. As for you, what have you got? I'd sensed the presence of a trainer for a while. It was you. Well, yeah, considering I ended the previous episode, like, right to your left. Right to your left. That was completely unintentional, but since I finished it just ever so slightly further west than you, I'm surprised you didn't actually notice me earlier. Anyway, Bubble Beam is still going to do more damage when it's not resisted or when Ice Beam isn't super effective, so we'll go with that. And Duskull used Astonish, which is lovely. One more Bubble Beam will take care of that. And yeah, it's actually kind of funny how Penguin was our lowest level Pokemon, but I believe it should grow a level here. Yep, MEtagross to level 31. Oh, actually, that does remind me. Prior to this episode, Porygon 2 had actually grown a level or two off-screen, as did Masquerose. When Masquerose grew to level 31, it tried to learn the move Sweet Scent, but I did not allow it. Now this Kadabra, as I recall it, this Kadabra knows Disable, so I'm not going to risk it. Yeah. I mean, it missed anyway, but if it hit and I had tried to use Bubble Beam, I would not have been able to go, so just glad I got that out of the way, and we'll use Bubble Beam now just in case. Yeah, there we go. Got to avoid that Disable, because that's annoying if you miss a turn because of that. And down goes Kadabra, no problem at all. And we defeated Psychic Mitchell. Defeating you will be no easy matter. Yeah, many other trainers have tried and failed. Is it possible to become more powerful by understanding Pokemon? I would hope so. So yeah, there was a Carbos in there. The big root item was over there, which we got already, both of those. So we're just going to keep going this way. Hey there, buddy, what have you got to say for yourself? For the sake of my collection, I take on people I know I can't beat. That's what a collector does. This route is full of creepy people, I'm telling you. Of course, it's the route the Rune Maniac is on. And this is Collector Douglas, who's got the 3 original series, or Gen 1 evolutions, and this is a very bad matchup for Penguin. But no worries, Gliscor to the rescue. And, oh, you used Quick Attack. You didn't use an electric move. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. But, no worries. We'll use Earthquake, and Gliscor being extremely defensive, and Jolteon having garbage garbage physical attack, I'm sorry. Jolteon definitely does not have garbage special attack. It's actually very fast and has good special attack. But, yeah, that just... Those quick attacks were doing nothing, is the bottom line I was trying to get to. And, of course, here is Vaporeon. I was expecting that. Let's switch over to Masquerose. And what do you got? Quick attack, huh? Are you going to poison yourself? Nope. But I can Giga Drain you. This guy seems to be using Quick Attack quite a bit. And here you poison yourself. Now, Vaporeon is very defensive, so I assume it's going to survive this. But remember, I put the big root on Masquerose, so we should get a ton of HP back for this. Yeah, Vaporeon is extremely tanky. It's got fairly high HP, good defenses, so even when it looks like its HP bar is low, it's still got a ton of HP. Well, not a ton of HP, but more HP potentially than you would expect. But still, one more Giga Drain. And that still managed to heal us back to full health, even with its HP bar that low. And you all know what's coming next. Flareon. So every Pokemon I've switched to is weak to the next evolution. We'll go right back to where we started with Penguin. The mighty Penguin! And a quick attack out of you, nothing to worry about. Bubble Beam should take care of that. But you have to get in one more quick attack before you go. Of course you do. But yeah, that's that. No problem and no worries. And we defeated Collector Douglas. That attack right then was remarkable. You ought to be proud of it. I am proud of it. I defeated you using bubbles. I take pride in having Pokemon that others don't. Oh, I'm also proud about winning second prize in one of the Jubilife TV's drawings. Actually, that reminds me, I've been doing that quite a bit recently too, and I tend to get 4th place a lot. As a reminder, there was a shard down there. We picked that up in the previous episode. Let's head up here, and I'm glad I didn't run into any wild Pokemon. And we'll talk to you. I travel all over the world in search of mysteries. It's a Ruin Maniac. who ruins everything. Ha ha ha. No, he doesn't. Ruin Maniac Ronald with the shield on. I don't remember if that's pure rock type or if it's rock steel type at this point. Either way, it doesn't matter. One good bubble beam will take care of that, even though it's very defensive. Yeah, there you go. No match for the might of my puns. And with that, Punguin takes its rightful place as the highest leveled member of our team. And we defeated Ronald. One more like that, and I'm going on a dive. See, this one goes gasps too. Just like that jogger that was huffing and puffing a few episodes ago. There are mysteries waiting for me to investigate around the world. This is no time to be feeling sorry for myself. Nope, no it is not. But with that, I think I'm going to switch Spiritomb to the front. It hasn't had any time to shine this episode yet. And we're going to go up here. And there is another Ruin Maniac. Aha! I found me a trainer. I challenge you to a battle with the Pokemon I've found. Boy, you're just finding things left and right, aren't you? Now, I believe this guy has a Bronzor. This is Ruin Maniac Brian. Yeah, that Bronzor is extremely defensive, but Spiritomb's attacks will actually do neutral damage on it because of its part Psychic type. So we'll open up with an Ominous Wind. I think that's a good way to start. And you open up with a Confuse Ray, which is great, but like I've said many times in the past, I am a berry farmer, so this doesn't bother me one bit. I'll just use a Persim Berry. And there we go. I'm cured of... well, Spiritomb is cured of confusion. And it uses Imprison. I believe this Bronzor has Hypnosis, so that Imprison means that I can't use Hypnosis myself, but I wasn't intending to, so I'll just use Feint Attack and just take that thing out. Yeah, there we go. And Bronzor goes down, and his next Pokemon is Cranidos. So you actually have both fossil Pokemon on this route. We'll use one more Ominous Wind on it. The Quick Claw coming in handy over there because I think that would outspeed us. Very nice. Took that out. No problem. This Spiritomb is great. It's a challenge to try to... I missed what you said. I was too busy praising Spiritomb. Oh well. Discovery is the treasure I seek. Collecting is a lot in my life. And I don't have Rock Smash on me right now because I wanted my full team of 6 with me. But there's nothing up there to grab anyway, so I'll come down here instead. You can see, you know, when we came down here, we grabbed the Razor Fang, but we never actually battled this wild Pokemon. No, we actually never battled the trainer over here. Run. And I'm just going to wait for you to notice. Hey, buddy, notice me. Thank you. To find my favorite Pokemon, I'll go east, west, or any which way. East, west, or Dennis, huh? I think I made that joke before. It's not as funny the second time. And this is Collector Jamal, who has a Porygon. Well, I'm doing you one better because I've got a Porygon too. So there. And since Ominous Wind isn't going to do anything to this guy, we'll just use Feint Attack. That did a decent amount, and he's going to use Agility. I'm surprised I was faster than it in the first place. Again, this Spiritomb seems to have higher speed than I thought it would. And yes, it's got Recover. Exactly what I've got, you know, what you saw on my regular old Porygon when I had Porygon. But my Porygon 2 is infinitely better. Except now you're going to be Recover spamming, which is hilarious because we're both exerting pressure on each other. So you'll run out of Recover long before I run out of Feint Attack, and you'll run out of Recovers. Okay, you're using Agility again, even though you were already faster than me. That's a brilliant strategy, buddy. Your recover strategy was much, much, much better, but I think even you realized it was fairly pointless. Oh, right, your only offensive move is probably Psybeam. That explains why you weren't attacking me. And we defeated Collector Jamal, but they're rare Pokemon. Rare doesn't mean good. Although Porygon is good, but it was really no use against my Spiritomb at that particular level. Anyway, we got out of there, and I believe we're done with this route. Okay. Can I do it? Yes! Alrighty. If we go down here, we are now at the Valor Lakefront. Actually, now I should activate a repel. Yes, super repel. I should probably pick up a few more of those. I use them up on my journeys. If we try to actually... Okay, over here. I said over here, you can grab an Ultra Ball. If you try to actually get into the lake, the Pokemon of the lake won't come out if it senses people. We're lying in ambush for it here. They say there's a legendary Pokemon in this lake. I aim to capture it on film like I've done before. It was me who filmed that red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage. What red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage? I didn't see any TV footage of that, just Professor Rowan saying something ridiculously stupid at the beginning of this series. Also, are you pointing your cameras at the lake, or are you pointing your cameras in this direction? Do not film me. I did not give you permission. Anyway, we come over here to this area. And this is where I'm going to tell you. So, you know, whenever you enter a new area, you see that little banner that pops up at the top of the screen. So this area over here, there's technically an area called the Hotel Grand Lake, which is where the game considers you to be if you save. And then part of this is the Valor Lakefront, part of this is Route 213. So for the sake of my overlay, I'm just going based on what those banners say. So I actually had a conversation with one of my viewers after the episode where I defeated Barry. After episode 16, I defeated Barry in that gatehouse between Heart Home City and Route 209. And he said, you know, technically that was Route 209. And I said, well, you know, technically the little banner doesn't pop up that says you're on Route 209 until you cycle out into Route 209. So, you know, yeah, the game might consider you on Route 209 if you save there, but it's really a transitional area. So if I'm coming from Heart Home City, it's Heart Home City. If I'm coming from Route 209, it's Route 209. That's just how I do things. And I spent far too much time explaining that, but whatever. We're going to try to go this way. Stop, stop! Yes, you! Sunny Shore City, which is down this road, had a major blackout. Crews are working on restoring power, but the road's closed now. Well, boy, I wonder how long it's going to take them to fix that. I sure hope that city isn't without power for months at a time. That would just be awful. Anyway, what do you have to say? What am I to do? I've gone and dropped my sweet key somewhere again. The hotel people won't be happy with me. I'm sure I had it when I left the reception counter earlier. If only I had the PokéChap dowsing machine, it would be so easy to find. Well, I do have the dowsing machine, and I had Repel's effect wear off. I actually have that up right now, because I like that app so much. We'll come back here later. This is the 7 Stars restaurant. More flavor than you can wish for. Yeah, that's more flavor than I can wish for is right, because you can't actually have a 7-star restaurant, you liars. Coming over here. Hi, I'm the game director. Oh, you're working on filling a Pokédex? I hope you'll come show me your Pokédex when you've filled it up more. Yeah, just like every other Pokemon game in the series, the game director is here, well, is in the game, and, you know, if you complete your Pokédex, he'll have something completely and totally not worth your time for you, which is why I'm not going for that particular trainer star in this game. Anyway, we'll pop down here, and you can see, you know, right there is where the cutoff between Valor Lakefront and Route 213 happens. It's very awkward. I really don't know why they put that where they put that. Anyway, I'd rather be in a pool than the sea. The salty tang of the sea tastes like my tears after a hard day at work. Sure thing, lady. You come over here, and you can find a PP up. I don't think there's a hidden item over here. And you can see, despite this area over here looking very suspicious, there's no hidden item over there either. But we're going to pop back up over here to the Valor Lakefront. And we're going to pop back down here to Route 213. I'm not going to explore that house yet, but what do you have in here? Is that right? You're a traveler. Yes, it's good to see other places. Have you heard of the Whirl Islands in the Johto region? The silver-colored Pokemon. I must see that during my lifetime. Yeah, this guy over here makes references to previous Pokemon games. So that was the Whirl Islands in Johto. That's the Space Center in Mossa Deep City. The Whirl Islands again, yada yada yada. I believe he also references Mount Moon. And I think he also references the Tin Tower. So he's got 2 Johto references. Yeah, just take my word for it. If he doesn't say it here, he references Mount Moon also. Anyway, if we come on over here... Ah, hello. You wish to stay a night? Ah, but you've no reservations. I'm afraid we're totally booked. You may rest for a while if you wish. And yeah, this guy, by letting you sleep in the lobby, will restore your Pokemon to full health. Convenient. And this lady over here. This hotel is so romantic. I hope a night on a Pokemon will sweep me away for a honeymoon here. Well, there is the new Pokemon Corviknight, but I don't think that's quite what you had in mind. Anyway, that lady over there mentioned that she was missing her sweet key, and that she had it when she left the reception area. So, it's right over there. You can grab the sweet key. And I believe there's actually an item for us to grab down here while I'm at it. Yeah, over here you can grab a yellow shard. Shards are always useful. There is more to see and there is more to explore in this particular area. Can't access all of it right now because we do not have the HM for rock climb. Anyway, with that sweet key in hand, we can come on over here. And she just repeats this over again. Oh, that's my sweet key. You found it for me? Oh, that's sweet of you. Yes, it was sweet of me to find your sweet key. The game is making puns too now, people. It's learning. And what wasn't sweet of you was running away without giving me anything. Excuse you. Don't you know this is an RPG? Where's my reward, lady? Thanks for helping me out. Here's something for your trouble. And she gives us the white flute. Out of all the flutes that you could have given us from the Hoenn region, you gave us literally the worst one. Now I'm going to do a little trick to speed this up. I'm not actually going to move my super repels down here, but yeah, this white flute. Its melody makes wild Pokemon more likely to appear. So if you all didn't think that DS encounter rate for Pokemon encounters was high enough, now you've got the white flute. Isn't that just lovely? You know what, lady? That wasn't worth my time. But what is worth my time, and I'm actually going to switch around my team a little bit. We'll switch Porygon to the front, and we'll keep Gliscor over here, because Gliscor's got that amulet coin. We'll come on over here, and I said we'd come back to this restaurant. Talk to this guy. At our restaurant, you can enjoy more than just exquisite dining. You may also partake in battles. Bon appetit. Yeah, so, slight confession. This is actually the second time I'm recording this particular portion of the series. I forgot that my DS clock on this DS is different from, is offset from the actual time that it is. So I was playing the game at 4:45 a.m. according to the DS clock on this DS. And this restaurant is closed at that time. Anyway, in this particular restaurant, you will find up to 5, actually exactly 5, double battles that you can have every day. So this is very good for grinding, but if we go to this couple of people over here, this succulent flavor, it reminds me of a world trip I took. My father and I traveled everywhere, dining at only the best restaurants. Eating this fabulous meal has really lifted my spirits. Join us for a battle? And yeah, so you can get 5 double battles per day, which again is very nice, very helpful. And they've got a Licky Tongue and a Cleffa. Oh, I actually just realized, probably a bad thing I got rid of Magnet Rise on this guy, because I can't use Earthquake. Anyway, we will Thunderbolt that Licky Tongue, and we will Feint Attack that Licky Tongue as well, because that's a bigger threat than the teeny tiny Cleffa. Yeah, can't use Earthquake on Gliscor. That's a problem, but oh, well, crap. Alright, well, so much for you being a bigger threat. Yeah, wow. Putting my Gliscor to sleep is a lot more threatening than putting it under wraps. But I'll take care of that with a Thunderbolt, and as I mentioned already in this episode, I am Berry Farmer. I am prepared for this. Like, even before I start getting to my vast amounts of Lumberries, I have so many specific, status-specific healing items. And, of course, you use a full restore, naturally. Hopefully this paralyzes, though. Makes it worthwhile. And Copycat. You learn Thunderbolt. Please use it on... No, I was going to say please try to use that on Gliscor, but of course not. And Thunderbolt. No. Feint Attack. That should take care of that Lickitung. Finally. And I love how I said that Lickitung was going to be the bigger threat, but it's actually been Cleffa this whole time. Although Cleffa didn't actually do much with that Thunderbolt. And Sing actually hit twice in a row for you. That's actually rather amazing, considering it's horribly inaccurate. We'll use another Thunderbolt on Cleffa, and we'll use another Chesto Berry on Porygon 2, because I don't think that Feint Attack is going to do terribly much. Although, it's a baby Pokemon, why the heck am I worried? Yeah, so once we defeat that Cleffa, I believe... Does she have a Clefairy too? Yes, she does. No, sorry, not a Clefairy 2. A Clefairy as well. There is no such thing as Clefairy 2. And this will hopefully take out that Clefairy, and you used Follow Me, which is absolutely useless in this situation because you don't have a partner Pokemon. Follow Me, if that Lickitung was still around, would have diverted all attacks that were going to that Lickitung onto Clefairy. But absolutely useless because there was nobody else there. Anyway, with that battle finally done, you can see we don't gain a ton of experience, but I never thought I'd lose at Papa's restaurant. Oh, how could I lose at dear Papa's restaurant? Yeah, look at that money. With the amulet coin, you can make a lot of money here. Your father's cooking has a very magical quality to it. It seems to perk people up with energy. What do you have to say now? My prowess as a trainer isn't up to snuff. It's not like my father's scrumptious cooking. I will come over here. Let let me propose a toast to many more happy years together. Since I took my retirement, I've been traveling with my wife. We both enjoy searching for delicious dining experiences. You seem to enjoy battling Pokemon, am I right? Yes, you are. Now, not everyone is going to pay as well as the rich boy and the lady did, but these two will actually pay better. And they've got a Chatot and a Purugly. We remember the last time we faced down a Purugly, it was not so great, but things are different now. We will use Ice Beam for variety, and we'll use Ice Beam on Chatot, and we will use Faint Attack on Purugly. And yeah, we actually have Pokemon that are faster, and you can see these are actually relatively competently leveled right now, and you're using Faint Attack right back on me, lovely. They're relatively competently leveled for right now, and you're used Mimic to learn Faint Attack. Hey, everybody's using Faint Attack, except Porygon 2, which didn't get the memo. The one problem with this place is, unlike those trainers that you have in the Pokemon Centers, and unlike some of the trainers that you can rematch with the VS Seeker, they don't actually get any higher level even later in the game. So they'll always be at the levels that you battle them right now, but they're still a great way to train up a new Pokemon. And there's still a great way to get extra money if you happen to spend a ton of money on mulch like I do, or if you wanted to buy a bunch of those vitamins like I'm probably going to do because Porygon 2's special attack IV is 0. So I'll probably just bump that up with a bunch of calcium. And with that, Gliscor grows to level 32. Very good. And we defeated Gentleman Leonardo and Socialite Rebecca. Eck, I lost. Check, please. So young and yet so strong. How very remarkable. And yeah, almost over 21,500 Poké Dollars for that with the amulet coin. Well, so much for that. Let's try to enjoy the rest of our meal. And you can see over here there's another battle we can do. This is light, yet rich flavored. It delectably melts away. A hint of an aftertaste, yet crisp. Neither too sweet nor too bitter. My words can't do this justice. It's not easy trying to describe food while you're eating. It's not easy to pretend that you're eating for commentary, so I hope you all appreciate... No, I probably hurt all your ears. I'm sorry. But I can battle anytime during filming. Yes, you can, and I will battle you too. Gliscor is going to get some good experience out of this one. Ah, Magnemite. I wish I could use Earthquake, but I can't. Oh well. And, okay, I apparently have Magnet Pull now. How do I want to do this, actually? Now it's going to quad resist that, so I'll just use Ice Beam. And I'll Faint Attack Kirlia, because that should do a lot of damage. There you go. Bye-bye, Kirlia. And this is before Steel-type lost its resistance to Dark-type, which I feel like it never should have lost in the first place, but, well, whatever. Supersonic. I don't actually care because I'm going to defeat you with Ice Beam anyway. Gliscor is confused and didn't hurt itself. Isn't that lovely? I don't know, I probably should have just used a Persianberry, but it doesn't matter. And the last Pokemon is Mr. Mime, a male Mr. Mime, which is consistent. We'll use a Thunderbolt on it, and we'll use a Faint Attack on it, assuming Gliscor can attack this turn, which it cannot. I am really regretting not using that Persianberry, especially since I do have a lot of them. And I think I actually will use that Persianberry. Oh, not battle items. Because I can't quite tell. That looks like I could get what's it called? That looks like I could get in trouble, because it's maybe slightly over half, maybe slightly under half. Damage rolling, I might not do enough to take it out, so we'll just go faster than you, use Feint Attack. Super effective, hits you on your weaker defense, and there you go. Hasta la vista. And yay, we defeated the people. I should have expected this. And you can see with the amulet coin, that's not a lot, because the press doesn't pay for its meals. It's the restaurant that pays them to review their food or something. Do you know what the most important thing is for gourmet reporting? It's thesaurus-like vocabulary. Yes, of course. Let's actually heal up my Gliscor. That's not healing items. We are going to grab, I believe a lemonade should suffice. Yeah, 61. I think if I had a soda pop, that would have been slightly better. I wouldn't have healed off everything, but I wonder what Mommy will bring home. A baby boy? A baby girl? A boy would be a brother, and a girl would be... Yes, that tends to be how it works. I have both a younger brother and a younger sister. And it is difficult being the oldest sibling. Both of them will constantly pester you, or your younger siblings will constantly pester you throughout your life, so get used to it. Alright. Well, now we got guts. We better have guts because we're standing up to our weakness. I don't think that Psybeam's going to be quite enough to take care of that Machoke, unfortunately. But we'll see. That Feint Attack was enough to take care of Chingling over there. Hey, Porygon 2 grew to level 32. Hopefully that special attack bump will be enough. Maybe? Please? No, not quite. But I did confuse it. That's something. But watch how he's able to attack. No! Okay. That's convenient. And there's a Baniri. I will Thunderbolt the Baniri. And I will Quick Attack that Machoke. Finish you off in style. There we go. And you Quick Attacked Porygon 2. Okay. Maybe this will be enough. Baniri isn't that defensive. Yeah, there we go. Oh, critical hit. Very good. Carry on. This episode's already getting long, too, so... Oh, you have another Pokemon. I didn't know that. Well, alright. This should do some decent damage to that Bronzor. There's only one more battle after this, so I think we'll be alright. It's a longer episode, but I think y'all can forgive me for that. Oh, wow, Bronzor is extremely defensive, but now it's paralyzed. And it used Confuse Ray. So much confusion, so much rage. So much Thunderbolting. Gliscor, please. Thank you. Not 3 times in a row. I knew the odds were with me on that one, but still. And we still needed both attacks to take it out, although I think if Thunderbolt went first, it might have been able to take it out by itself, but whatever. There we go. We defeated Veteran Emmanuel and Last Blythe. Tough, aren't you? I was with my daddy, too. And yeah, not as much money as the lady and the rich boy or the gentleman and the socialite up there. Little babies cry like Pokemon. Yeah. One last group down here. I'm actually going to switch Masquerose to the front. I know Juniper didn't get to do anything in this episode, but Juniper's kicked butt so many times that I think we can forgive me for that. No, really? Oh, that's so neat. How can you tell these things? My boyfriend could tell that deep down I'm actually a frightened and lonely child. I don't think I could ever lose with him. Want to try? Well, I bet you can, but that's because I'm me. Anyway, another PI, which, again, I really like those PI sprites. And you can see why I switched MEtagross to the front. Number one priority is that Flareon. I know that's not going to do much to Rhyhorn, but really I just need to stall it out for one turn. The good thing about, or the fascinating thing about this particular tag team duo, if you tried to use an electric move on that Flareon, that Rhyhorn's got Lightning Rod, so you can't do it. It'll absorb that. So a good Grass-type move is your best bet, and the Grass-type moves will be good against that Rhyhorn anyway. Reversal shouldn't do much, because it's got most of its HP, and yeah, both of my Pokemon resist that. Giga Drain, that'll take care of you, and I'll Screech you just because, whatever. I don't need Gliscor to actually physically attack it this turn. And Giga Drain should heal MEtagross right back to full health. Isn't that lovely? And we gain good experience. Gliscor grows to level 33. Wow. And we defeated P.I. Kendrick and Beauty Gabriella. My luck's run out. You're a lucky one. And that also gives you a decent amount of money. PIs are relatively loaded. It's amazing that you predicted you would lose. I had a bad feeling about this trainer. Well, Han Solo didn't have a bad feeling about you, anyway. With that, we've explored quite a bit this episode. We took on all the trainers here at the 7-star restaurant. So I think that's good enough. I will see you all next time.